My name is Teresia Wairimu. I'm from Kabati. It's close to Kenol, on your way to Muranga. So I started pursuing the American dream a way back when my mom told me about it. And then we met one of her friends who was a pastor from my church, and he relocated there. So he told us that, even if you get a master's from there and you come back into this country, your status elevates. So it's not the same as having a master's from Kenya. So that's when I got the interest of studying abroad. I learned about the Kenya Young Lift program when I decided to be intentional about my goal to study abroad. So I was asking around, and my brother sent me one of your ads, and then he told me about it. To be honest, I was skeptical about it because I couldn't understand why you'd pay for my relocation fees and all that. Because basically, for an agency, they fund you. They don't fund you. You are the one who funds them. But for you, your investment is very huge compared to what is done by the education agencies in this country. So I was skeptical about it. But my brother did some research, I also did some research, and then we decided, why not? So we visited your offices with my mom, and then the person we met there, told us more about it, and then we saw, well, let's try it. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. So when I went into the interview, there was a gentleman. He asked me a few questions. One of them was why I chose GVSU, and then the other question was my current employment status, and then the other question was, do I know about OPT, and then will I take OPT if it was given to me. So basically those questions were similar to the ones I had prepped for, but I guess because there's that atmosphere of you're in an interview, it's easy for you to forget what you had prepped for. So luckily for me, I fumbled. I got some of the answers wrong, especially the current employment status, because I had written on my DS-160 that I am a student, and then when I was asked, I told them that I work on Fiverr. So he questioned why is it that you say you are working and yet on your DS-160 you are a student? So I told him it's an online platform, so you can work anytime. You can work and still be a student, so it's part-time. And because the DS-160 does not give you space to key in a lot of information, it made sense. So basically, those are the questions, and I passed the interview. Yeah.
You are watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Upstack America. Upstack America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstackamerica.com. Upstack America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential.
My expectations as I go to Grand Valley State University, I expect to learn a lot of coding, because based on what I researched about MS in applied computer science. When you see the word applied, it means that you have to do a lot of implementation. So I expect the course to be hands-on. I also expect to find state-of-the-art computer labs that I can use to study. I also expect to find highly skilled lecturers from what they had written on their website. Yeah, and I also expect the weather to be cold, especially during the winter. I'd like to thank the Kenya Airlift program. To be honest, this program is very, it's great. Without it, I don't think I would have achieved this dream, and maybe even not as fast, because it has taken me a year. And maybe probably if I had not failed the GMAT, I would maybe have taken a shorter time, perhaps. So I'd like to say the fact that they give you materials to study for the GMAT, and then they also give you career advice on the courses that are available, the best schools, and then they also give you information about the visa interview and what to prep for. And even they give you information about where you would get accommodation, and also they give you funding. Um, okay. How I intend to impact my family is by my brother has kids, and when they see that you can study and it can take you out of the country, and it can give you opportunities to better your life, that will give them inspiration to do better in school. With regards to my mom, she's retired, so when I get employment, I can be able to support her. Yeah, and basically anyone else within the family. How do I plan to stay connected with them? Through calls, videos, video chats, voice calls. Yeah. My message to someone who'd like to pursue this journey is that you have to be patient. It takes a lot of patience, because the things that are involved are unpredictable. Like, you can't predict whether you will have visa slots. You can't predict whether you will get a visa interview slot. So you can't predict whether you will pass the visa interview. You can't predict whether you will pass the GMAT. Yes, you have to be positive and optimistic, but you also have to be patient, and you also have to, you keep moving, whether you pass or fail, because I have failed, and there are also people who have failed and attempted again and passed. So it's not guaranteed that it will take you 1 year to relocate. So you have to be persistent. You have to keep moving and don't give up. It's very nice that the Kenya Airlift program has a Kenyan community in the US, and especially around GVSU, where I'm going to study. Right now, I'm yet to connect with Kenyans in GVSU, but I have made connections with Kenyans who are going to GVSU currently for the fall 2023 intake. We have a WhatsApp group that we're using to communicate with each other. So based on what I've seen, even when I started this program, the fact that we had a study group, and the fact that I had a friend who even told me about visa interview slots, I'm optimistic that even the community in the US will be helpful and impactful in my relocation and settling down. Okay, it's my first time to be on a plane, to be honest. I'm not scared. I'm excited. It will be a journey that will be 24 hours long. That is something that I'm a little bit baffled about, because I can imagine the fatigue it will take to travel for more than 24 hours. So I think that's what I think about that situation. Mm-hmm. Okay, my perception about the US being the land of opportunities, I think it's true. I think, bearing in mind that I'm from a country where I'm learned, but I'm still struggling to earn a living. And there are people who are not as learned as I am, and they're doing better in life. So I believe, yes, that is the land of opportunities. And I'm optimistic about the experience, and I'm praying that God will give me an opportunity to use this platform or this opportunity to better my life and the lives of those around me.
You have been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstake America. Come back again next time to learn concepts, tools, strategies, and resources on the path of becoming a successful immigrant in USA through real-life experiences. Be sure to subscribe to Bob Mwiti channel on YouTube and also follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.